Hello and welcome to today's episode of T-SARP. It's the 101st, and today our co-host is Sam.
Hello.
So, I hope you all enjoyed the episode yesterday, the 100th. I mean, it was long in the waiting. Yeah, I mean, it was lots of fun, interviewing Dev. And yeah, I mean, the past like 10 episodes, we were like, okay, it's almost here, and then it just came by.
Yeah.
But since yesterday was the 100th, we had to pre-record that, so we didn't get to talk about the envelope and the stuff that came yesterday. So to fill you all in, you might have seen on Twitter, there was an envelope that came from Kiroyo. It was like really a little package. It had some pretty cool wrapping paper. I feel like we make everything sound really cool, which is funny. Like we'll be like, even the packaging was perfect. But yeah, so it was really cool. There was the sticker in there. And yeah, I mean, it was like, here's a little clue to what the theme is. If you don't know, the theme is Steampunk Moon, which is different from really the past. In the past, it's been a history theme.
Yeah. I thought it would be
This year,
historical.
yeah,
Like more.
normally the sixth grade isn't history, and then the junior and the high school is. This year, it's not, which is a nice little twist. I kind of like personally, I don't like the history ones, just because I feel like these allow you to be more
I don't
creative.
want to do research.
And yeah, sometimes like it's a lot of research and like really more like school. Which
Yeah.
we got a lot of education in school, so it's nice having a day away to just code, do one of our favorite things.
Yeah.
So yeah, the map is really it's pretty different. There's like lots of quizzes. Let me say that. I believe it's one of the maps that has the most quizzes.
Mm.
We've been coming up with some theories too on like why some of the things are there. Especially like having two auto gates back to
Yeah.
back is kind of weird. So we've been discussing that. It might be nothing. We might just be overthinking some of this. We do that on a lot of the maps. We're like, I wonder why this is one pixel different than that. But yeah, so we've been coming up with strategy. Of course, I will not be sharing any of our strategy. That would be really bad.
Okay, guys. So for the hackathon, we're gonna be doing this.
Okay. So yeah, I mean the map looks really cool. Let me say they followed the normal
Yeah.
like they've done hexagons in the past. A lot of their maps are actually hexagons. We did I believe a mini hackathon with hexagons. Then there was the hexadash. So one of their favorite shapes, I guess. But yeah, it's really cool because they decorated the map with a lot of little icons.
Mm.
So if you don't know, the main twist, I guess you could say, of the map is you have to get to these like mining facilities, I guess you could say, mine for some resources, and then you can send those off world with the spaceships. Then
Yeah.
once you get off spaceships, you have access to a lot of more quizzes. You can, and also there's a satellite you have to get to, which gives you access to the full map. So a lot of cool little things there. Um, you can look at the map doc for all of that. I'll put that in the description. So yeah, it's very exciting. I actually talked to Miniola, their hackathon team, a little about the map to see if they had any input. So one of their hackathon team members said it's complicated but cool.
Mm.
Yeah, same person also said it seems fun and different.
Yeah. It
Very.
definitely is
It's
unique.
a different kind of map. Also, the captain said, very easy to understand the map layout, which
Hmm.
is true. I kind of like it's very simplistic. I like how they kind of put things higher than others. Really, it's a simplistic design, but it really is really nice. It's pleasing
Yes.
on the eyes, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Um,
Credit to all the people who helped create that. It looks amazing.
yes, again, thank you to all the team members at Kidoyo, Melora, Dev, all the mentors, Mentor Jinx, Mentor Sabrina, Mentor Sunny, Mentor Mike, Mentor Trish. There's a ton of mentors, so I can't really name them all off, not off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's really exciting, a lot of fun. We've been really strategizing, and the CDP came out today. So if you don't know, the CDP is the Capital Defense Project. So basically it's the one territory you get to work on before the hackathon starts. Now, you don't technically you get a point for it, but everyone gets the same amount of points. So if everyone has 1 point, does anyone really have any points? But yeah, so you get a point for it. I believe even if you don't end up submitting one, you still get a point for it.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
so
yeah.
the description is before your team can conquer this steampunk moon, you must determine how your team of space pirates will construct your launch method to leave Earth and reach your intended destination. Nothing is guaranteed. Create a project demonstrating your team's creative force by using a Rube Goldberg like launch method to fling your team of space pirates towards the steampunk moon. Most creatively constructed and programmed solution wins. I find it interesting why they say most creatively constructed and programmed solution wins. Obviously, some might be like, well, everyone gets a point. You know why? Like they say that. Basically, there's a separate award for the capital defense projects. That's the main reason you put a lot of work into yours. But also they say that because when attacking other CDPs in the last 10 minutes of the game, they have to judge them. So if you didn't know, in the last 10 minutes, you can take over other people's capital defense projects if they don't have any territories. And I specifically say territories, not points, because they can get quiz points, just not any territories, and you can still take over their CDP.
Yeah.
So make sure, I don't really think it's possible. I actually wonder, this is some type of strategy, I guess you could say.
Hey, don't
what
say
if
that.
No, it's not really that important, mostly because it's flawed in many ways. But what if you get all the quizzes and then are just like, I don't want any territories, You might actually, if you get all of them first, you might actually not place last by not having any territories. You won't win though, because if we then just get one territory, you lose. I guess if that's really how you're gonna win, I gave you that, but I don't think anyone's gonna win that way.
And if you do win that way, you have to give us 50% of the crown. Or the trophy.
The trophy. Yeah, just cut it in half.
Yeah. We don't talk about how I say crown.
Yeah. Guys, that would be cool. The big wrestling belts instead of, or maybe we could get a belt, but we could have a belt, a crown. This
Andrew, you
could
have
really
3D
go
print,
far
right?
places. Oh yeah, only it prints 4x4 things, so we could have a
Who
small crown and a small belt. We go off on the randomest of tangents. But yeah, so I guess to sum it all up, the map's looking awesome. Really exciting. It's Friday is the hackathon. Can you believe that? I still find it funny. Say what you're gonna say.
Last season, in the 6th grade hackathon, it felt like it took so long to get to the hackathon, but now it feels like it's just sneaking around our backs.
Yeah, this year's been busy. Hotpogs definitely, and our teachers have definitely done a good job at filling it with hackathon events. We've done 2 skill dashes now. Only the 7th and 8th grade were allowed to do 1. But also the code clash. So, they filled the year with practices. And that's something a lot of teams do skill dashes before, for 2 reasons: to make your team, work hard and practice, but also to figure out who's good enough for the team. If you don't know, and right now, Junior Hackathon Friday. After that, we jump right into the next hackathon, which is the middle school one. And Hotpog's team is being chosen the Monday after the hackathon, or the junior hackathon, I should specify. So if you're on the 6th grade team, get work and make sure you have all your things in place, ready, so hopefully you'll make that team. When it comes around for that whole hackathon, we're not going to talk about that really now. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew when the team's being chosen so they can put in their work. And so it's been a lot of fun, really strategizing and working on these CDPs. I was being very creative with mine. It's not nearly done, still a lot of work to go. It's just fun to work on them. So, yeah, thank you all for listening. I will leave the link to the map, the live map, in the description. So when it comes time for the hackathon on Friday, if you're not competing, you have the link so you can look at it. That's not the live stream link. Dev did say that will be coming out soon. So when we get that link too, I will share that with you, so all of you can watch and listen if you're listening to the live stream, and maybe even see us on the camera. I don't really, we're not going to be on the camera, but if they share like a
If they share the
panorama, I
winner's
guess.
point of view,
If they share, I love that. If they share the winner's point of view, obviously we'll be on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you all for listening today, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
adios.